Welcome back to another Fruits Basket 2019 review. Today is episode 9. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Cal Shock. As always, I've seen the original, even if I remember almost nothing about it. None of us have read any of the source material. We're going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready?
I'm ready.
So yeah, a new Zodiac member enters the fray with
A new challenger approaches.
yeah, good old Haru. I'm going to shorten it down like they did because I ain't giving the full name every time.
Are you cool with him like that?
Yeah, he's kind of a cool looking dude, handsome, right? All the girls were liking him until he puts on all the cool gear and gets on a bicycle.
Okay, I will say, this show, I think an underrated aspect of it is very funny. Like, there are some like genuine super funny moments. Like, it has really good comedic timing to stuff, just like the bike one earlier. Like, gear it up, put all the school stuff. Bring, bring.
It's the bell that gets it.
Like, it's really fun. It's actually a really funny show.
Yeah, it definitely is. This also, at least for the first half of this episode, or at least the first majority was it kind of more comedic focused.
Yeah,
for sure. Especially with, Yuki is kind of getting sick, and when they kind of get weak physically, they will transform, so they have to be careful out in public. Which didn't really happen in this episode for him. He didn't transform, even though he was like passed out at one point. So
right.
I guess you have to get like super weak before you pass
like
out.
Haru transformed anyway in public to help take him home.
True. But yeah, obviously Kiyo's excited because they get to challenge each other in a marathon. I just like with the comedic part. Hana throughout this whole episode fucking dynamite. She's like, she runs 2 steps. She's like, oh, I'm done for.
It was so good. I'm like, oh my dude, it's so funny. Hana is actually super funny. Or the whole card playing thing.
Yeah, she's like throughout the episode they're like hanging back. She's just like reading at one point, and then she's playing cards in front of the gate, and the teacher's like, if you just go home, you're gonna be doing this. Then later in the episode, he's playing cards with them.
Dude, it's so good. It's so funny. Like, I didn't realize how funny this show actually was. This episode was actually really funny.
Yeah, but there was again more. The main storytelling was for Haru this time around in his story with why he likes Yuki and everything, and it's like more about the Zodiac too. It seems like there's a lot of people that have more than just a cat with a problem with the rat.
Right.
So obviously he comes from the cow, ox, and stuff, which everybody feels that he was used by giving the rat a ride to the banquet in the beginning. So obviously everyone looks down on him. Whereas at least with Kiyo, he was kind of shunned, right? So he didn't have to deal with constant harassment. But he wasn't shunned, so he is dealing with that constant harassment from the family and everyone around him.
Right. It seems the family's kind of not the kindest at times. Like, one mistake and you're shunned, you're looked down on, it's like, okay. I feel like there's a lot of influence though from the top. Especially, there was a moment, I can't remember where it happened, but it showed like Akito's hands coming from behind
Yuki.
That was actually
the martial arts and stuff when he was kind of
right. That was very creepy. Like, I was like, I got some chills from. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, and that definitely, because when Yuki kind of like remembered that or whatever, and he kind of had like a reaction to it. Not good memories, I guess, from when he was watching Haru and Kiyo and kind of joined part of, I guess, in the martial arts and stuff. But yeah, obviously with Haru, he hated Yuki at first before meeting Yuki. But then when he met Yuki, it was like, and he's like, I blame you for all this, and Yuki's just like, but are you stupid? Like,
right.
And he's like, if you don't think you are, like, who cares what everyone else is thinking? And like, and
he's got a good point.
And it's like Yuki's not kind of like what you expect from the rat from like the stories and stuff, because obviously he was using everyone to get into the banquet, and like good like positioning, I guess, as a rat or whatever. But Yuki doesn't want that; he wants out. So he's like contradictory to the Zodiac stories.
Right.
Right. So that helped Haru get through this.
It
Yeah,
is
this
nice
bully
seeing.
family.
Right. It is nice kind of seeing, like the past of the Zodiac members, especially like their connections, and especially like their first connections, because it kind of like shows how their relationships were like built, which this episode did it more so, obviously, because they were like super young, and it kind of just continued on. But yeah, the family seems they do seem harsh at times, which is kind of, I don't want to say strange, but like most of the members that we have met aren't really like me. Besides Akito, put Akito to the side. The other ones are kind of like all the other ones seem at least reasonable.
From what we've seen, they all. It's more like. It seems like it's more like the. I don't know, like who
Like,
exactly was making fun of Haru, right? And it's like
right? Maybe it's
it's
like
like they
because we did see
extended
their,
like not
yeah,
maybe
we did
not
see
the
there's tons
outside
of
ones
families.
because well I yeah because there's 50 that know, right, and then 100 that don't know, or whatever the number was. So it's like those 50, obviously not all 50 of them are Zodiac themselves, but they are members that know the stories and everything, so they could easily make fun of Haru or whatever and just be those
Right.
other people.
Right.
But so far it doesn't seem like the Zodiacs within themselves are kind of that way.
Yeah. Exactly.
um Obviously, with Yuki being sick, we see Toru kind of takes it seriously. She even mentions at one point her mother would agree that colds are dangerous. And it's like, I was expecting to get a little story there, actually, about why, but we didn't. So, normally when she refers to her mother, we always get like a
Right. We do
flashback
get.
to her mother. But this time around, we didn't.
She's so nice.
That is
So
one. And
kind-hearted.
Yuki's getting those feelings. He's got called Yuki-kun because
Right.
Haru
You
could
could.
see that he's been changing, and yeah, he has. It's just when you're changing yourself, you're not going to quite notice it, but the people on the outside are going to notice it quicker.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. That's Toru. She's just changing everyone. Pretty
even,
much everyone.
but yeah, that's a lot of the episode. The
Oh,
rest of it
let's
was just kind of like comedy and stuff, and it was great. So
right.
jump
Let's
into
just
scores.
sure. Let's see. I'll say 7.5. I thought it was a pretty good episode. Like I said, the comedy is actually much better than, I guess I just now realize it, or maybe just this episode specifically. It was just pretty hilarious in general. But I did like the whole. It also like Dark Haru. That that's so funny. Like I don't know why, but I did like Haru and his like backstory, and especially his connection with like Yuki. Not only does it like show more of the past, it also does kind of show how, like, if anyone would notice Yuki changing, it would be Haru, because he met him so young. He doesn't necessarily see him all the time, so he would know like differences in how he acts and like his personality and stuff. Which just shows Toru's effect on him. Obviously, she does it to everyone, but more specifically Yuki, at least right now. But yeah, I thought it was a good episode. Kind of just connecting more Zodiac members to each other.
Yeah, I'll agree with the 7.5 actually. For the most part, actually, in the beginning, like to me, Haru first kind of comes off as kind of like a almost like a clone character of Kyo, right? When he doesn't seem like too much of his individual self. But then as you get to the story part of him, it's like, oh, okay, there's a lot more going on to him than just seem like. Because otherwise, that he did come off as kind of like just another kind of like Kyo type character, just aggressive,
Yeah,
always wanting to fight, kind of like
it's like
standard.
Kyo's Junior.
Yeah, exactly. But the story definitely fleshes him out, and makes him kind of like a much better character than kind of like you expect him to be kind of like this standard dull, like pretty cool boy that was like you see all the time, but he actually has a lot of depth. which I like to see. And yeah, the whole Yuki-kun, not Yuki-kun, now I'm saying it. Oh, he's so cute. Look at those legs, right? But
Oh my god.
I'm losing it. That's
All
it.
right. With that, it's spiel time.
If you also like Yuki-kun's legs like the other characters, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like. Let us know what you thought about the episode and everything. And until next time, peace out.
See ya.